Nobody has it figured out right now. So just start creating. From the beginning of time, we've always had to start at the beginning. Even our parents, when they first had us, they started from nothing. They didn't know what they were doing with us. And they kept us alive. I don't know how they did it, but they did. When you were young, when you first started riding that bike, you didn't know how to get on a bike and ride it, but you figured it out. Everybody starts from somewhere. It's the same thing with creating. You got to pick up that camera and start. That's the only way you can get better and grow at something. And the more you do it, it becomes second nature and you become top tier in what you're doing. But it's imperative to start. Don't ever feel like you have to be ahead of somebody else when you first start, because you're not going to be. You're not going to be as good. You're only worse if you don't start. So I'm telling you how vital it is just to get started. We are in a time where we're so scared to start, and we've built up this fear as we've gotten older that we don't want to try anything new. All we do is what our parents have always taught us: is go to work, get a job, retire, and leave here. But no, that's not what it has to be today. Today is a new day, and today is a time where we have to just start anything we want to do and progress as we get along, because everybody started at the beginning. There's no shortcuts around the beginning. You cannot avoid the beginning. There's no way to avoid that. And when you look at it like that, you have a different perspective, and you will be more ready to start. You won't be as scared to start because you've learned to understand and embrace the process of starting. There's no need to be scared of that. When I started my first channel, I had no idea what I was doing, and the more I did it, it's so cringy. I still can't watch that video, but I started. I had to start, and the further my channel went along, the easier it got for me to speak on camera. The easier it got for me to vlog in public. The more confident I felt, but I had to start. And was I scared? Yeah, I was. But I had to move past it, because fear would disable you. It'll have you in a place where feeling like that you can't do something, and that's the worst. I never want to feel like I can't do something. So a lot of times I have to start just to prove to myself that I can do it. When I first recorded my first video, I didn't even upload it. I had to critique myself, and it took me a while to even get started. But this doesn't have to be you. You can get started right now, and just get out of your own way. We have a habit of getting in our own way and letting people discourage us from doing something because they say you can't win doing it. It's a dead end. You won't make it anywhere. But you can definitely you can do this. There's no need to be scared anymore, because everybody is doing something different. Everybody is trying their hand at something different, and I refuse to be scared to start, and I don't want you to be scared to start. So pick up that camera, and I don't care how you have to motivate yourself, but don't let anybody make you feel like you can't do something, because you definitely can. This is your time, and do not live in that place in your head where if you start, it's going to be bad, because it is going to be. I guarantee it's not going to be the best. And then some people, you might be natural. You might get on there and this is you. This is your thing. But you got to find out. Then there's only one way. I'm telling you, there's been so many things that we've all had to start fresh on. And when I think about it, when I first did comedy, how scared I was the first time I got on that stage. And I'm like, man, how am I going to do this? What are people going to think? But boy, I tell you, after I got that first laugh, it was nothing. I kept going. And then the second time I got on, I was a little nervous, because it's something new. Anything new to you is going to be a little scary. But I think it's more scary for me if you don't start, because now you live your whole life with these regrets. Man, I would have been good if I had did this, but you don't know. You would never know, because you didn't do it. You didn't get started. You didn't jump off the porch and say, you know what, I'm going to do this. Can't nothing stop me. Nothing's going to disable me. My fears are not going to disable me. I'm bigger than life, but I have to prove it to myself. Even with this content journey, sometimes I gotta prove it to myself. That's why I show up so much, because I want myself to get better. I want to be the best at this, at least in my eyes. I want to be confident and say, you know what, I'm good at what I do. I'm natural on camera. I'm not scared to do this. You have to put yourself in the same mindset. You have to put yourself in the mindset, if I'm not going to be scared to do this, I'm not going to let my fears disable me, because it's all in my mind. It's all in my head. Again, don't get in your own way. You know, when you have those thoughts, that's when you start. Start when you have those thoughts. That way you can fight them head on. You can face them head on. Sometimes the best way to get past something is to do it when you're the most scared. When you're the most scared, you have to do it, because that's when you will show up. So just remember that when you get started, that everybody started at the beginning. Nobody started with it all figured out. We never have, and we never will. Anytime you start something, you're not going to have it figured out. But don't live with what if. Why I should have did it. You got one life. Embrace it. Embrace the process and have fun with it. Hey, I'm telling you, y'all can do it. I believe in y'all. I hope you got some value out of this video. I hope you understand that nobody has it figured out, but you can figure it out if you start. Hey, subscribe so you know when I upload new content. And as always, thanks for watching Terry Creates. Love y'all.